Hey there, job seekers. Welcome back to Mr. Jobs, your ultimate guide to smashing job interviews and landing your dream job. Today, I'm going to teach you how to talk about your strengths and weaknesses in job interviews so confidently that they'll be begging to hire you. Before we dive in though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our top tier, world-class job hunting tips. Go on, smash that bell. All right, so let's get straight into it. Talking about your strengths and weaknesses can be a real challenge, but it's all about framing them in the right way. It's very common and usual to feel nervous in this situation. Why? Well, when it comes to strengths, it's normal to not want to blow your own trumpet too loudly and look like a show-off. And when it comes to weaknesses, it is very normal to not want to showcase your failings too much, as this could be quite detrimental for obvious reasons. But if you can manage to discuss these aspects of your career and your skill set properly during an interview, you can position yourself in an extremely positive way that is going to have those hiring managers chomping at the bit to hire you. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start with the strengths. First, it is important to have a really serious think about what you're genuinely good at. And once you have a solid idea, then as we've already mentioned, it's all about framing this topic or skill in a positive way. So here's an example of some skill strengths and how to position or frame these to get you started. First up, adaptability. In my previous role, we faced a sudden software change. I quickly learned the new system and even helped train my colleagues, ensuring a smooth transition for the entire team. Here's a problem-solving example. I'm an excellent problem solver. For instance, when we had a major project delay due to a supply chain issue, I coordinated with new suppliers and adjusted our timelines accordingly so that ultimately we delivered the project on time. Example of leadership strengths. Leadership is one of my key strengths. As a team leader in my last job, I successfully managed a team of 10 staff members, and I was able to implement new strategies that increased productivity by 20% and maintained really high team morale. A communication example. I excel in effective communication. In my last position, I regularly presented complex ideas to stakeholders in a clear and concise manner, which helped secure critical project approvals. Attention to detail. My attention to detail is impeccable. When auditing financial reports, I consistently identified errors and discrepancies that saved the company thousands of dollars. Remember, the key here is to provide concrete examples that demonstrate your strengths in action. Now let's tackle the trickier part, weaknesses. When talking about weaknesses, you want to show self-awareness and commitment to personal development and improvement. Firstly, we definitely don't want to suggest that we are rubbish at anything. This is a negative narrative, and it will be picked up on by your interviewer, and you'll fall into the trap of making yourself look incompetent. Never say you're bad at anything. But we need to talk about our weaknesses, so how do we do that? Well, a trick I always recommend when discussing weaknesses with job seekers who I'm prepping for interviews is to change the word weakness to development needs. Think about skills that you would like to build on, something you have done a little of, but would really like to build your skills and capabilities within. This is your development needs. Remember, development needs equals weaknesses. Here are some common ways to discuss weaknesses. Perfectionism. I can be a little bit of a perfectionist. I've been known to double check and triple check figures, which sometimes slows me down. However, I've been working on balancing quality and efficiency by setting more realistic goals and deadlines. Perfect. Public speaking. I used to get really nervous when I was required to speak in public, but I've been actively working on this by taking public speaking courses and volunteering for presentations at work. Now I'm much more confident and effective in front of an audience. Great. Delegation. I used to struggle with delegation because I wanted to ensure everything was done perfectly and would end up doing too much myself. I've since learned to trust my team more and delegate tasks more effectively, which has improved our overall productivity. Superb. Impatience. It has been said that I can be impatient when projects move too slowly. To manage this, I have been focusing on improving my project management skills and setting more realistic timelines with clearer communication to get everyone involved. Technology skills. I realized that my technology and software skills were outdated, so I've been taking online courses to catch up. Now I'm proficient in the latest software relevant to my field. Now guys, you see how these examples show growth and a proactive approach to improvement. That's the secret sauce. Now before we wrap up, here's your bonus tip. So for the bonus tip, you should tailor your strengths and weaknesses to the job that you're applying for. Accept the fact that you will likely be asked these questions around strengths and weaknesses, and therefore, if you prepare properly and align your strengths and weaknesses or development needs to the job role and the company values to which you are interviewing, you will take this all to the very next level and show that you truly are the perfect fit for the role. This extra step can make a huge difference. That's all for today, folks. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow job seekers, and of course, subscribe to the Mr. Jobs channel if you haven't already for more expert advice on landing your dream job. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And until next time, stay confident, keep crushing those interviews, and see you next time.